Hi everyone, what's going on? Today's Porsche night, so we're going to be driving some Porsches around and mostly focused on Porsche drifts. So I've got a bunch that are tuned up to be some decent drift cars, and we're going to try them all out today and just hang out and, have some fun with the Porsches. All right, let's see what we got going on. All right, so the first one's going to be the 1995 Porsche 911 GT2. All right, let's start with that. And then we've got about 5 other ones that we'd like to play around with and see what we get. We'll do some drift, we'll do some jumping around if we get some time, but mostly we're going to try some drift. Porsches are a little bit tricky to drift because, you know, very short wheelbase. Um, you know, the rear mount of the engine, the weight distribution is a little bit weird on these cars. They're not the traditional rear wheel drive. They're a little bit different. But let's go ahead and see what it is in Forza as we try to get some of these around. So 1995 Porsche 911 GT2, here we go. All right, just take a look at the first one. This is a really cool looking one. I love this car. It looks real nice. Beautiful. this paint job is real nice also. You can see, gorgeous, really nice color. The red contrast looks really great. Classic 911. Nice. Some fender work. Wide body. I'm gonna take it out for a spin. Here we go. Let's warm up a little. It's been a while since we drove Forza. So let's get back into it nice and steady. Here we go. Beautiful sunny day out here in Portland. Ooh, so quick. Every time I come back to Forza, just the speed shocks me. You're driving 60, 70 miles an hour like nothing. Everything accelerates real fast. Alright, let me get into third. Okay, so third might be all we need. Let's see, because it can take me all the way up to 100 miles per hour. And that's more than usually what I need. I need me a gear that'll take me up to 95, 90. Downhill trouble as usual. That's a little e-brake, handbrake adjustment there. Another one. Alright, feels real nice. We'll just turn that around. Real nice turnaround. Quick 180 and here we are. Let's go up. See what we can do with third gear going up. Maybe we'll try some fourth gear action. Yeah, we might need some fourth gear here. Yeah, we're topping out. This is not good enough. Alright, that felt really nice. Real smooth, real nice. This feels like any nice rear wheel drive with some decent, acceleration and smooth transitions. No jerkiness, no, crazy grippiness that sometimes you get with Porsches, which is what makes the Porsches nice, the grippiness. But in this case, this tune is doing a really good job of kind of managing the grippiness with the sliding. I feel like it's a nice balance here. The handling still feels pretty good, actually. All right, let me turn that around. This time around, we're gonna try in fourth gear, going down also. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I just passed it. That doesn't help. let's try this. I can keep it. I can keep it. Turn it around nice and slow. Down on the dirt a little bit. This is always the trickiest part, but we did that one pretty decent. The speed wasn't that great on that, but was trying to stay cautious.
You have arrived at your destination.
Let's do a quick 180, and there we go. Let's fix it back up. Let's go back up and fourth this time. Let's try to be a little bit more aggressive. There you go. We can do that. A little feathering in of the throttle here. Went out a little too much there. More than I needed to, so I paid the price for that. Could have been better, but really, guys, this is a fun drift. Very fun drift. Just doing a great job. I think I could probably do a bunch of these. All right, let's do one more lap going up and down, and then we'll try to switch up on the track. Also, the drift zone, we'll pick a different one. We'll go downtown for our drift zone. Let me go ahead and start from this hill, get some speed, so we're going to be better in fourth going down now. Wrong line there, but
arrived at your destination.
And just like that, turn back around. Let's go one up, uptown. This e-brake really is coming in handy. Wow, that was pretty smooth. Two. Alright, so this is the one that I've been messing up, and I messed it up again. But overall, what a beautiful car. This is what it looks like on the inside. Let's go ahead and take a look. Right? Beautiful. Classic stuff right here. Two sideways. First person is always tricky. Go.
You have arrived at your destination.
There you go. All done. All right, let's go ahead and head on down to the next drift zone. Alright, so we're going to the reservoir right here, one of my favorite ones. Nice and long, lots of twists and turns. Gives you plenty of opportunity to slide. Shorts, longs, whatever you want, you got here. Alright, we'll stay in fourth. That was nice. A lot of track there. right, that's all pretty good. Just like that. Didn't break 300,000, but I think we did all right. There you go. Let's go down this way. What's going on, Wing Wreck? Hello, hello. What's up, Canal? All right, here we go. Real smooth. A little shortcut. And there you go. All right, real nice. Let's do one more round this way, getting used to this car now. Feeling pretty good. Oh, man.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Bump the wall. There you go, nice corner. Just like that. Bingo. All right, let's get another Porsche in. So this one's been pretty good. I really like it. I feel like it's got a little challenging drift to it. It's not just straightforward. It does feel a little bit overpowered, just a little bit. And I think with better throttling control, I could probably adjust my drifting to suit how this car wants to move, and you know, that'll just be a skill issue. And with more practice, I think you get better and better at this sort of thing, right? Every car has a different character. So the fact is that the car does slide a lot, and it's really easy to control also. So definitely a thumbs up on this one. Let's go ahead and hop into the next Porsche, see what we got next. Let's do a wheel spin while we're at it. Why not? Okay, let's do a couple. Really don't want that shirt, but I think that's what I'm gonna get. Ooh, man, almost had that 250,000. So the last one, what are we gonna get? 120k. All right, we got some good money in this one. We'll take this. Let's go ahead and change the car now. We'll go to favorites, and then we'll go to the Porsches. All right, so the next up is the, well, we got the 1995. Let's go up in order by year, right? So our next drifter that we have after 95 is actually the 2012. It looks like we got the 2012. I mean, we got the oldest one. I think we'll keep the 356. We'll save that one for later. But in terms of the current dates, let's go with 2012. And then this one is the 911 GT2 RS. All right, so we just drove the 911 GT2. Now we're getting the RS, and then this one is going to be 2012. So we're going like, I don't know, 17 years leap we're taking from a 95 911 GT2 to a 2012 911 GT2 and RS. Let's go ahead and hop in that and see what the difference is. And we got the black and white version here. All right, looks real nice. Beautiful car. Carbon fiber hood, nice big lights, real nice styling of this car. Really do like it. Let's go ahead and hop in, turn it around. Okay, it might be second gear. Yeah, maybe third. Yeah, third it is. Okay, this feels a little bit different. Feels lighter in a sense, but also grippier a little bit. Less oversteer I'm feeling for now, but I'm also being very cautious in my throttling because I'm driving this for the first time right now, getting used to the car. Oh wow, this one drifts a lot better, guys. Back corner is usually very difficult for me. It's not an easy corner to kind of sustain the drift through, but this one kind of kept it going, and that left foot braking worked real well. Here I got a little bit off track, but I think I'm getting a hang of this car better than the 95. All right, so far that's what I feel. It's a little bit more stable also. All right, so definitely a more stable handling experience and better, just general overall better handling with this. So let's go ahead and see what we do as we're learning the car in this lap, going this way, going reverse. Yeah, the throttle has more opportunity for control, and the acceleration is a little bit more steady here. Yeah, see this turn too, I did a lot better on this turn than with the 95. It does straighten out a little too quick for my taste. Oh my god, but look at these turns it's taking. Wow. Okay, way better. This one actually drifts like, you know, it makes you feel like you're not in a Porsche when you're drifting, which is a good thing. Because in my experience, the Porsche drifts are a little bit harder. The cars aren't really there to be drifted. So when I say that this feels like a non-Porsche when I'm drifting it, that's a compliment in terms of drifting. Oh, yeah, this one is definitely great. All right, did a little 360 there. Definitely a fun car. All right, definitely a fun car. Let's go ahead and take it up to that other drift zone, just for comparison's sake. And the other drift zone, I really do enjoy it. Up in the canyons, It's a beautiful one. It's called the Precipice. Let's go ahead and touch that up real quick. Le Mans. I don't know if I have that one, but this one comes pretty close. GT2 RS. Let's go ahead and get into that other one. Looks like we got another wheel spin or what? Who's sending messages? Just news message. I don't need that. No gifts. Nothing important. All right, let's go ahead and you know what, we'll just go home. It's always an easier pull. We don't have to lose our 2,500 credit for the fast travel. Let's just go home. Let me try a different livery also. Maybe we'll dress her up in a different costume real quick. Let's go to designs, find something new, something hot. I kind of like this red right now. That looks pretty nice. Let's go for that. It's got that shiny cherry candy red. Ooh, that's kind of looking nice. Let me just show it to you guys right there. Oh wow, still that black two-tone nonsense going on. I wish the whole thing was red. Wow, look at the shine on this thing. Beautiful. Black rims. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. Let's go. Oh man, I'm liking this color. All right, we said third gear. Let's. All right, there you go. Woo! Man, this thing is looking nice. Oh, looks great. All right. Drift zone coming up. Let's try to modulate my speed a little bit. There's always a car. There's always traffic. There you go. Yeah.
Arrived at your destination.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Looks really nice. The paint job just looks so beautiful. I'm really liking the way this color kind of shines through. Pretty much flawless. There was a little bit of a flaw, but pretty much flawless. I mean, going down and up felt really good. Man, this one is great. I definitely prefer this one over the 95 that I was driving. Feels real good. The slides are good. The control is good. The throttling feels manageable. The swivels are nice. Oh my god, you see that? I'm like, when I was making that turn, I was only almost crashed into that, but then I'd rather crash into the canyon. But yeah, so the throttling is really important with this one. I'm feeling like this one I have to kind of like nice and gentle feather in, you know, tap a little bit. Don't go 100%, stay at like 40% around some of those sharper turns. Keep the throttle down about 40%. You don't need the whole thing down. You can floor it here on the straights, but around the curves, you gotta, yeah, like these tight ones, I messed up there. My line was wrong, but here, 40%, about not even halfway through. Yeah, here too. Yeah, you can initiate with, you know, full throttle, and then once it's initiated, then it's very much like a traditional, you know, simulation drift where you're like, you just gotta manage the throttle a little bit. You can't just be flooring it the whole way. So that feels nice because it's predictable. Yeah, like right here, my throttle's real, you know, tight. Not really going all the way in, but on the straights you can go all the way in. You want to flip the car around, you want to do a little, ooh, whatever that is. Might have to reset. There you go. And you know, it also kind of sounds decent. Doesn't have like a real loud exhaust note. See here, I'm being very careful with my throttling, not really going all the way in. Same here, very light. Same here, very light. Slowly reaching, oh, thanks Mazda. But yeah, great car. This one has been pretty awesome. All right, pretty dope. Let's go ahead and try our next car then. You know, we got up to, what was it, 2012? We went from 95 to 2012. Now let's see what's in store for us next. Pull up the favorites and then go to the Porsches. All right, so in my Porsche favorites, after 2012 comes 2015. It's the Cayman GTS. We're definitely going to try that next. And then comes we did 2012 already. There's a 2022 after that we're going to hop into. Oh no, there's a 2019. So there's 2015 and 20. Actually, that 2019 is an old one that I have. And that one I do have a little bit of experience with. So I'm looking forward to that purple one. I'm going to come to in a little bit. I love that car, the Speedster. But for now, let's try the Cayman GTS, see what that's about. We got it all red, the classic red color, the sport red. Hey Souza, right now only doing Porsches, but once I run through my 5 Porsches that I'm going over today with drifting, then definitely I got a GTR that I can, I think, drift around a little bit. Got my GTR Black Edition, I think. Okay, so this one will stay in third. Oh yeah, plenty of power in third. Oh yeah. Yeah, gotta be real careful on the throttle here. It's actually very similar to the 911 that I was just driving, but yeah, it's peaking at third. Maybe fourth is going to be the right gear for it. I wasn't getting a full drift action in this because I think I was peaking on the third, but let me see if I can initiate on the fourth and stay in fourth the whole time. Let's see. Yeah, the acceleration is real slow on fourth. This is more of a pump action kind of a drift right here. I'm having to pump my throttle here. Yeah, this is not like a steady throttle in the fourth gear anyway. In the third, I could have had a steady one, but I felt like I was getting too much power too quickly, and then the car would speed up and get to that peak of that gear. and then I have to kind of upshift and downshift and play with that. I could probably swing it in third gear a little bit better, but fourth gear gave a slightly better control. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, third gear is a little bit more volatile on the drift. Feels good. I just got to manage the speed a little bit. I'm gonna have to use the e-brake a little bit more so I don't keep on catching speed more than I can handle. Yeah, like right here, right? You see it. And then here, I'm peaking.
Arrived at your
Right, so on the straights, I'm peaking, but luckily there's not many straights going in this drift zone, so that's not an issue. I think third might be the right call here. So let's just stick to third and go up in it. Yeah, decent angles too. I mean, that's pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, that felt pretty good. Good angle. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, very nice turn. We're back to reset, and it's feeling real good. All right, so up and down, pretty clean laps. Very beginning, like I haven't even done some, you know, warm-ups with this car yet, and I felt like the first 2 or 3 laps were pretty clean, pretty decent for a first time. All right, so really feeling it for that reason. Still prefer that 2012 a little bit better. I don't know why exactly yet, but this feels like under all conditions I'm not going to be able to keep it in the same gear, and in certain drift zones I'm going to have to shift up and down a little bit, and I don't like doing that mid drift. You know, I don't have a proper 8 shifter or anything like that, so with the paddle shifter it's very hard. So that's the only limitation right now, but if I can just stay in third the whole time, no problem, right? So with that, feels really good. Let's go ahead and go downtown now and try that reservoir map, the drift zone down there. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Reservoir coming up. I mean, this car looks so nice, guys. Inside, pretty nice. We'll keep it in third. Turn it sideways. Yeah, see, I'm peaking. This might be a fourth gear zone. There you go. Held pretty good though. Did use left foot braking once or twice on that loop, or that corner I should say, but like here too I'm gonna have to. Oh man, I like it. You know, different drift zones kind of bring out the different strengths that a car has, so that's kind of cool. That here I'm really feeling what this car is like really good at, and to me it's control. It's like mid-drift control. You know, I can get that left foot braking going real quick, and the car's not going to disappoint. It's going to really do well with that, so that's pretty cool. Look at that. I mean, 323,000 first run, and I messed up one time. That's a pretty good drift zone score, in my opinion, for a car that you don't really drift with all the time. Like, I've never drifted with this car before, so given that, feels pretty good. All right, let's go up, do a reverse route. We'll stay in third. We're gonna play with third I feel like that is the right one, and also will keep me in check. I wouldn't, you know, I'm less likely to kind of let the car get too fast. Man, there you go. That was a little bit sloppy on that corner, but you know, the thing is with this car, I feel like when it gets a little bit sloppy, it does a good job of making it look like it wasn't that bad. So even when I get a little bit sloppy on some of the corners, still feels fairly clean because the recovery is pretty good. Because of that superior handling, I'm able to recover a little bit better. That was 331,000 on this drift zone, which is, again, not bad for me. All right, really nice. I feel like this car is definitely a keeper. I mean, we're finding some really good Porsche finds here. The 2012 was really good, and then this one in the beginning, I didn't feel like maybe it was gonna be all that, but now it feels pretty great. There you go. Look at that beauty. Gorgeous car. Looks real nice. All right. Let's do the next car. All right. We got, this is 2015, I believe. We're going to 2019 next. Yep, this is the 2015 Cayman GTS, man. The Cayman came through. Let's go to the next car. I think it's the 2019 the Speedster. Let's see what we got. All right. So we got the 2012 down. Definitely a go. Was a lot of fun. And that candy red just looks delicious and awesome. It's just so beautiful, that car. And it drove real nice. Then the next one we tried was the Cayman GTS, which we were in just right now, and that one was pretty good. There was one other one we tried, I feel like, that I was in. It's not favorited here, but I think I was in that one. The 1995. Where's the 95 that we tried? I might have not favorited that one, so it's not showing up here. We also tried a 95 GT2. There was a 911 GT2 that we tried. That was a 1995, the teal one. That was probably the least favorite in terms of drifts, even though we were able to drift that one. But then as soon as we got into the 2000s, the 2012, and this current 2015, top notch, awesome drifts. Let's hop into the next one. The next one up is the 2019 911 Speedster. Let's go. Hey Braylon, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks, Braylon. All right. Whoa, where am I here? Oh, let's go back a little bit, man. This car looks real good. So let me show you a cool thing about this car. One, it's just gorgeous. This Speedster is just gorgeous. Look at it. Oh, it just looks amazing. Right now, look at the no roof. All right, now watch. We get a little black screen, and then we get the cloth top. All right, so if that's your cup of tea, you can have that. I kind of like it naked, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that top, and I like it like this. So this is what we're gonna keep. No top. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right, let's go into fourth. Ooh, that spoiler comes up. Oh, this is kind of a fun little thing. Easy to kind of throw around. I'm not worried about it going out of control too much. Oh, look at that. It's real smooth. It's real nice. I like this tune. Let's turn it around. There you go. So yeah, because it's so small and so nimble, I feel like when you make a mistake, it's so much easier to correct it. This thing is amazing. So much easier to correct it. No problem. You messed up. Just pull the e-brake, get it back under control. And just like that, it's going to come back to you. That's awesome. All right, real nice. This is what I call like a cruiser drift. You know, you cruise around, you drift around, no problem. You just can't do nothing wrong in this one. You know, first time, look at that. Easy work. And it looks so nice. Beautiful outside. Look at that. Gorgeous looks. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the inside, if you're into that. Here's your inside. Let's see if I can drift a little bit in first person. Hate doing that. Not my strength. Feels real nice. This thing is awesome. I love that. Looking out the side window situation. Grassed it. They're taking pictures, y'all. They're taking pictures. And just like that, we're back in. Smoke rising. So there you go. This is a good one. All right. I want to kind of go back to our other one. Other drift zone up north, the precipice. Take it down the canyon, see what we can do. It's about to be nighttime here in Forza also, so it's going to be a fun time. Let's go. A racing V12 in the Porsche 924 Apex. Thanks for that suggestion. We'll give it a go another day. V12 in a 924. All right. Suggestion taken. Thank you. All right, let's go out the castle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, want that canyon. Want that canyon drift. This car is real gentle. That's what I kind of like about it. It's not just going nuts, going crazy with extra, you know, acceleration or whatnot. It's very gentle compared to some other Porsches, you know. There you go. Trying to hold that line. Real nice. Oh man, it's so sweet. Look at this. I can't believe it. This is a Porsche, you guys. This is a Porsche. Downhill drift, not the easiest.
You have arrived
right?
at your
So this thing,
destination.
Let's go ahead and let's turn it around because we got to go back up now. Oh, gorgeous. Great. It's like milk and honey right here. Smooth. Beautiful. We're going up the hill. Man, I gotta try this one more time because that felt really good. This thing is amazing. Let's do that. It's about to be real dark here real soon. And we have one more course to try after this. There's a choo-choo train. Wants to join in the action.
You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, just like that. Look how smooth that stop was, man. This car is amazing. All right, really liking it. This is great. All right, the Speedster. Definitely a go. This is a go right here. All right, let's go ahead, get some speed. I'll stay in fourth because I'm feeling the fourth right now. Probably could go into fifth. I don't know what kind of ratio we're working with for the fifth, but I feel like I am topping out a little bit. But it's just so much fun. I don't want to switch gears. It just feels so much fun. Because I'm just like hitting it hard, you know? Man, you can do this all day, guys. This is great. All right, so there you have it. That's the Speedster. I think we got one more Porsche left to go. Let's go ahead and hop into the last one. Take it down this path, this drift zone again. We'll switch to this other drift zone, not gift zones, drift zone. And then, you know, we'll do the same, and then we'll kind of reach the verdict with the favorites at the end. This one definitely is rising to the top for me in my head. This is great. All right, let's go ahead and get into the last one. Pick the favorites. Pick the Porsches. And then what do we got left? 2019. We don't have any of the... Oh, we got this 2022. The 718 came in GT4 RS. A mouthful of a name. Performance class S2. You know... Not a lot of the ones that we tried today were performance class S2. So this is probably the most powerful of the ones that we've got going on that we tried today. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and hop into the 718 Cayman GT4 RS. Here we go, 2022. Don't have no idea what this car is going to be like. I don't know what I'm expecting. I got no expectations actually because I've never really driven this car. So let's see. Ooh, all those flames are crazy. Okay, the third gear looks like might be the one. Ooh, man, this thing is nice. Let's look inside. Wow, Alcantara everywhere. Nice. So now we're talking some modern interior. All right, we'll keep it here. Okay. Oh, it feels real loose. The handling feels real loose. Not as tight, not as stiff as the other cars. Ooh. A little bit more adjustment. Oh, definitely different. This is more akin to that 1995 that I was driving. This actually feels more like the 95.
You've arrived at your destination.
All right, let me turn this back around. Ooh. All right, this is different. This is gonna require a warm-up lap or two. All right, let's get back into the third top speed. It's pretty nice, so I'm not worried about switching. That's sloppy there. Hold on, I gotta reset. We gotta restart. there's definitely a lot of potential here, but it's a different car, so I have to kind of, you know, learn it. That's all it is. Woo! I wonder if the third gear is even necessary. Oh yeah, it's necessary. Yeah, this one's gonna be a pumper also. Alright. So we got that lap done. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Definitely something that requires a lot more engagement on the driver's part. Can't just be it's not a chill drifter for sure. Can't make a lot of mistakes with this one. I mean, it is real nice.
Arrived at your destination.
Oh, I was hoping I would not hit the tail there. Because that was going real nice. Felt really good. All right, let's turn back around. Let's go back up one. I think I'm finally getting, you know, hitting my groove with this. But let's see what we can do. It's a very speedy car, so that's the other thing. It just catches those G's real nice, real quick. Woo! Yeah, this is a faster car. That line this round, not bad. All right, going up is not bad at all. Going down is a little bit tricky. Going down is always a little bit tricky. So we're going down again, and then we gotta take this on to the other drift zone also. This one is definitely more challenging than the other cars that we tried. Ooh, yes, yeah, I hit it too hard on that corner. Oh. Yeah, but man, those longer corners feel real good. Yeah, on the straights and stuff, this is like a nice highway drifter, you know? Go on the highway, just drift along the straight, left, right, zigzag. It's gonna be great. All right, let's go ahead and switch out to the other drift zone, see how we do over there. A little bit more space, you know, a little bit longer of a zone. To kind of learn the car and get better at it. So let's head up over there. All right, there you go. Fast traveling. All right, we're back in. Plenty of speed coming in. Initiate. There you go. So far, so good. Real nice on these light corners. Yeah. These nice and wide big ones, no problem. It's those tighter corners that this one's a little bit trickier on, like this. This one's a little bit trickier. But we got through, It's all about that throttle control with these cars that are a little bit more powerful. Oh man, I messed up there. It's going pretty good though. It's going pretty good. It's just at the very end, messed up that tight corner. as I was saying, that this is a little bit of a challenge around the tighter corner. Oh my god. Does it feel good? It is really, really smooth though. Alright, really nice brakes also. We're gonna do this last round here. And then we're gonna end with a classic. Oh, nice. Wow. Oh, hit the wrong line there, but see if I can fix it. Man, that's a big corner, and those are nice with this car. It really crushes the big ones. And just like that. Wow. All right, really nice, guys. Really, really nice. Definitely not my favorite in the Porsches that we tried today. I'll let you know what that is at the end, but let's go ahead and switch out to our last one, which is the oldest Porsche that I'm gonna hit up right now with drifting. So let's go ahead and get into that. While we're in here, let's do this one wheel spin we just got. Nothing. We'll take that. Favorites, Porsche, and then the last one of the night is this tiny little thing, the 356C Cabriolet, the Emery Special, that from 1964. This is a crazy little car. From what I remember when I first unlocked it and tried to drift in it, it was just a little demon just going crazy. It was just so hard to control. It was just a nutty. But since then, I think I've skilled, and my skill level has gone up a little bit, so I think I could handle a little bit better now. But let's see, maybe I'll eat my words. We're about to find out right now. Here we go. Emery. Woo. Oh yeah, gotta be real careful here, because she wants to just stay sideways. Doesn't even require too much of my throttle. I press a little bit and it goes. See that? Woo! It's just a matter of trying to control what's, you know, already happening automatically. I don't have to do a whole lot on my own. It's just that once it's, you know, in the sideways motion, I gotta try to like steer it. It's more of a steering challenge than it is any work related to throttling or anything like that. This one feels more of a steering kind of a situation. That one I didn't need to keep my foot on the throttle there. Because like I said, it's so tiny that once it starts to initiate, it just goes, and it's just gonna keep on going on its own. And it gets like crazy angles. It gets crazy angles as a little car. Let me go ahead and get in reverse. Let's get back. And that was all third gear. Didn't really have to do much. All right, really nice looking car too, by the way. Didn't get a chance to show you around. Classic front. All right, but definitely a little bit of a, you know, retro feel when you look at the side view mirror. There's only one on the driver's side. There's no side view mirror on the passenger side. All right, so really hardcore. Let's go ahead and get back in. There you go. Yep, real sensitive, very sensitive car in every way. Throttling, brakes. Oh, see, that was a
Turn around.
it was
when
hard
it
to
is safe
figure out
do so.
where to get back on the throttle there, you know, because it was taking a good angle, and then I was like, maybe I need to, you know, press down a little to kind of get out of that corner, because otherwise it was going to keep on sliding. So that led to a little oversteer. So that was a problem there. All right, let's try again. We'll be a little bit more gentle. Manage the speed here a little bit. Yeah, there you go. See, I didn't go heavy on the throttle this round, and we were able to complete that corner a little bit better. Oh, and here, lost it again. Man, going this way is definitely harder than going the other way. Or maybe I'm thinking too much now. There you go. That was a nice corner. Took that one like a champ. And then we got this big one here too.
Arrived at your destination.
Oh. This one really is a ton of fun though. Alright, tiny, definitely challenging, but also very rewarding. It feels rewarding because you learn how to control the car in a different way compared to some of the other ones. It's so small, it just moves around with a lot more fluidity. And you get a lot more for your effort here. Like the little effort you put gives you a lot, so it's a little bit like confusing because you're not doing much, but the car is doing a lot for you, and you kind of have to, I feel like, just let it. Oh man, held that line real nice. There you go. I waited on the throttle for that one. I waited as long as I could, I felt like. And that worked out well, and I didn't go into a 360 though. Alright, did that one too. That was a tricky corner. That's always a tricky corner. And just like that, we're through. So, there you go. Crazy little car. Really fun. A ton of fun. So let's go ahead and take it back up north and try that last drift zone for the day. All right, here's the final one. And there you go. All right, drift zone coming up on the left. cautious.
You've arrived at your destination.
119,000. That's not bad at all. All right, that's not bad at all. Let's head on back a little bit. All right, that's good enough. Let's go up again. All right, enter sideways. Oh man, this thing is really easy to keep in the drift because it just goes sideways and just keeps on sliding sideways, and you just have to keep that drift, and it's not that hard to keep that drift once you learn the movement of the car. I mean, 113,000 just like that, and I felt like I didn't do anything really in that drift coming up. I didn't feel like I did much. You know, this car just moves on its own. It's kind of crazy.
Arrived at your destination.
Look at that. Nice parking job. And we're in. And the sun has risen. So we're gonna do one more in this beautiful sunrise. This is the Porsche Emery, the Cabriolet. Great little drifter. Great little car, period. But if you want to turn it into a drifter, by all means, that's a thumbs up right there. Because it can do this, and that is pretty dope. 117,000, and my oh my, looks really, really nice. Let's get into the photo mode. We're gonna pop in. How about we take the shot from here? Right there. So there you have it, friends. Those are the Porsches. All right. This is definitely, I think it's gonna make it in my top 3, I think, because this, even though the drifting was definitely challenging with this, it was a different kind of fun because the car just did so much on its own, and you just had to kind of stick to the fundamentals and try to just keep it going the way it was going without going overboard. So mostly it was a game of boundaries with this car, you know, both with turning, you can't do too much, and the throttle, you can't do too much. Just try to manage those two things. And, you know, once you initiate the drift, the rest the car is going to do on its own. You just got to, you know, tweak it little by little on the steering side and on the throttle side. So I really enjoyed that about this car. It wasn't a lot of work in that sense, but it did keep you on your toes, because if you went a little too hard on the throttle, a little too, you know, oversteered a little or understeered, you know, then you'd ruin your drift. So some cars are more forgiving with that stuff. You can adjust really quickly and you can come back and forth with it. But this car, you know, once you mess up, it's going to spin out a little bit quicker on you. So let's go ahead and go back to our roster that we tried out today. And let me know, I'll let you know what I think was my top 3 out of these. All right, so let's go back to the cars. Lots of good Porsches we tried today. Some of my favorites that I had, as some of my favorites in terms of drifting, obviously. These were not just favorites in general, but drifting specifically. And then we'll go to favorites. Oh, actually, there was one Porsche that I didn't add to my favorites that I want to add, but because we started the drifting with that today. So let me go to that first. And that one was right here. This one should have been a favorite also, right? We started with that today. And I didn't get to try this 3.3 turbo or the Carrera RS73. Gosh, maybe we should try these two also before. Oh, and there's a 356 I got too. I guess we need a part two, guys. I guess we need a part two of this live. And we didn't try this 911 reimagined. Gosh, I missed out on a bunch. So let me just go to the favorites that I had for now. For this live, these are the ones we tried. All right, the 911 GT2 does not make it to my top 3. The Cayman GTS definitely makes it. All right, the Cayman GTS was a go, guys, and 911 GT2 RS was a go. I think Cayman GTS is my number 1. The 911 GT2 RS is my number 2. And if I had to, oh man, see now we're getting too close now, because if I have to pick a top 3, and I'm left with the 356C and the 911 Speedster, I kind of enjoyed the Speedster more. The Speedster was like a cruiser drifter, so smooth, so predictable, so nice. So I'm gonna have to go in my top 3 with the 911 Speedster. We're gonna go with the 2015 Cayman and the 2012 GT2 RS. I could swap out the 911 GT2 RS with the 356C Cabriolet, but I think I'm going to keep it with the 911 GT2 RS. You know what? Let's do a final list, because here's the thing. The 911 GT2 RS was very similar to the Cayman GTS, but the Cayman GTS for me edged it a little bit. All right. It was just a better, more stable drift. And you can see, because of, you know, the powertrain that you're noticing there. All right. You know, the fully rear mounted versus kind of like a mid-engine rear wheel drive. The mid-engine rear wheel drive was a little bit more stable. You know, the rear mounted engine was a little bit more difficult, I would say. All right, so the smoother one was the Cayman GTS. I'm going to keep it for that. All right, then my all-season, all-time is going to be the 911 Speedster, the 2019. All weather, every condition, that was perfect. And then for that excitement, the 356 Cabriolet. All right, so those are my top 3. So there you have it. Let me know what you think about these, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.